Hey there everybody, Matt Carter here.
And Jessica Carter.
This video is our Survivor Winners at War Episode 8 promo discussion. The merge is finally here.
It's happening.
I could not be more excited about this. We've got a lot of scenarios to talk through. Also, a couple little observations I think from the promo that are very important in looking towards the future of this season. Before we dive in though, if you guys do like this video, remember to give us a like, subscribe, ring the notification bell so you don't miss any other updates. We already have a reaction on the YouTube for tonight's episode, which very sad affair for Jess as Yule is voted out of the game.
We'll link that for you below.
Yes. I know you're sad about Yule.
Yes, I am.
But the merge is here. The merge will make everything better.
Yes, it will.
Maybe.
If Yule can come back.
Okay. Well, no, I think it's going to be a fun merge, but we have to talk about something else here as well. Jess and I just rewatched the promo. If you pause it at the very beginning,
very interesting.
You can see like what looks to be 8 different things that are set up. There are at the moment, because there are 11 people in the game now. And we know now that there are 8 people at Edge of Extinction now that Sandra has left.
Yeah.
I believe that the Edge of Extinction person is coming back in this episode as well. It wasn't mentioned directly in the promo, but I'm not going to act like this is like I've just like created a new law of motion here or something. Like this is where they brought them back. This is where I think everybody expects that they would bring them back.
Yeah, and I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out because we know that Rob is now sitting on a pile of tokens after this past episode.
Yeah.
We know that we've got Tyson's been eating all this peanut butter. We know that Natalie's got a pile of tokens as well. Yule just showed up, so Yule should actually still be in pretty good shape because, I mean, he's, high morale, was eating well, camp was good. So, I think he's still probably in good shape because it sounds like everyone else over at Edge was kind of like eating a half a cup of rice a day and that's all that was happening.
Yeah, it's going to be hard. I mean, we'll have to really think about who has the best chance of making it back into the game because, maybe the fire tokens end up helping some people. Maybe they don't. Maybe the challenge is just not meant for them. We've seen that happen with people before. It's tough.
Looking at just what the setup is, it does look pretty physical. And so if I have to throw a guess out there of who I think is coming back, I wish it was Yule, but I actually think it's going to be Tyson because he's the person who is actually getting some sort of protein because he has that peanut butter.
I think Tyson is, I think Tyson's a really good guess. I do think Natalie has a reasonable shot. I mean, Rob is determined. Parvati's determined. I mean, I'm gonna think about it. I'm not trying to fence sit here, but I can't think of a pick right now. I think Tyson is in a pretty good shape. I think it's a very good prediction to make because of what we've seen from him. But in the game itself, I mean, we know whoever that is going to come in and probably try to wreck things. We see in this preview, 5 different names be sure to shout it out at one point or another.
Yeah, nobody seems to really know who they're targeting.
I love merge episodes. I wish merge episodes could be 2 hours because there is so much just stuff we're not gonna get because I'm pretty sure every player probably wanders around to everyone else and is like, so what about Nick? So what about Tony? So what about Kim? And they probably just do this and then eventually 2 minutes before tribal they'll finally settle on a plan.
Yeah, I think it's such craziness when it's first happening and everybody's trying to find their footing, figure out if old alliances are still happening or if now it's old tribes are sticking together. Nobody really knows where anybody lands.
I think the thing that surprised me the most out of what I saw, we'll talk about the Ben and Adam part of it in a minute here, but
which is what you're living for right now. You just love this.
Why are you mocking Ben in the confessional? What are you getting for this, Adam? But we'll get back to Adam in a minute. But no, I'm surprised Wendell is speaking Sophie's name out loud, and we just came out of talking about how good of a player Sophie is right now, and I still feel like she's in the best position, but it is just curious. Wendell just got rid of someone in Yule who he was working with for the majority of the game. And now here he is talking with someone else who was, I understand it's been a while, but who was still a part of his early alliance. I just don't know if burning this many allies is that good this early.
Oh, that alliance is over. That is not a thing anymore.
Well, clearly it's not, but it's just like, if I'm Nick at this point, I'm just looking around being like, oh, my other allies are going away.
Yeah, no, since we saw everything happen with Wendell last week, where he was like, yeah, sure, I'll make a deal with you to burn my alliance to the ground, Parv, no problem. I think that was the end. Like, it was just done. And then he got rid of Yule tonight, and now he's throwing out Sophie. That alliance doesn't exist anymore.
We saw Sophie's name brought up. We heard Nick's name mentioned. There's probably a couple other names I'm not even remembering right now. And you have apparently Ben, who's running around.
Like, I don't know.
Ben's doing a typical, well, I don't know sort of shtick, but it's also kind of not shtick because I don't actually know if Ben does know anything.
Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing about Ben. I mean, Ben is kind of someone everybody's really sleeping on because he is kind of coming across as sort of this, like, hey guys, goofy, fun Ben that doesn't really know what's happening, but kind of does know what's happening. So there's some interesting people that are left.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know if Ben can win the game. If he's there with the right people and other people are mad, I mean, I don't think you can rule anything out, but he's certainly doing better than I thought that he would. I mean, he's certainly been a better social player than I thought that he would, and I thought Adam would be doing a better job socially than he is, where he was sort of isolated to the point where he was having to, like, come back and grovel to people on tonight's episode after his name was thrown out to them.
Yeah, and then he really seems to be having a problem with Ben. I do not know what is going on between the two of them, but they are rubbing each other the wrong way. So this merge couldn't have been happening at a better time for Adam and Ben, because now there are other people that they can go and deal with and not be stuck together.
You know what I kind of wonder if it is? I wonder if it's sort of that Adam and Denise were really close. Mm-hmm. And then it's sort of like Ben sort of came up in there. He, helped Denise with the idol. They voted together. Adam was left out of the vote. Is Adam just salty because it's like he's losing most of his close allegiances?
It could be. I mean, this has not been a great game for Adam, but I mean, Adam has also gotten out in front of himself, and this is all his own fault.
The funny thing is, though, he's still there. It is sort of like, everybody was getting kind of hard on Kim in the early going. Mm-hmm. Kim is also still there. Everyone, including myself, has been predicting Tony to be voted off at like 4 tribal councils in a row. Tony is still there. Tony has outlasted a whole lot of people. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm too shocked. I had Tony making it really far in the game in my preseason prediction, but still, good for my guy Tony to still be there, to have found a way to just circumvent and or get lucky here and there, including tonight, that he made it this far.
I think he has done a very good job of sort of taking the target off of himself by basically not playing the game, if that makes any sense. Yeah. Making it look like he is not playing. He's not looking for idols. When he has his talks, they're real private and they're really on the down low. And then everything else is like, hey guys, I'm being goofy. Look what I'm doing. Look at my ladder. Look at my beach runs. Look at me in this shark. Everything is just really fun, goofy Tony. And he's doing things a little more on the sly. Besides his one spy shack thing where he was kind of losing himself a little bit. He's really been finding a way to take the target off of him by really being like, I am not playing, but really I am.
Here's the thing where I think people have to watch out for Tony now. He knows that a couple of idols were played. He knows there's probably another idol out there in the game. Tony, he couldn't really go and look when there's only like 4 people in a tribe because everyone will notice. I guarantee Tony is going to be like spinning and jumping through all of this stuff to find idols now. I think Tony is going to go for a closer to full Tony after the merge. And he's got Sarah. He's got the one person who kind of works with him.
Well, I also think that him, and I don't know if he's going to do this, but because he's been being kind of like, hey guys, look at my ladder. This craziness that I'm doing over here. I don't think that it took him like a minute to build that ladder. So if he really wanted to look for an idol, he could be like, I'm going to go and do something else. I'm going to build insert thing, weird, strange thing here. And everyone's going to be like, all right, here's Tony with another ladder or another whatever, and really he's not, and he's able to look for something, so that if people then are like, oh, what are you looking for you're looking for an idol there, Tony? No, I'm looking for another piece of bamboo to make my ladder. You want to help me with my ladder? No, we're good, man, we're good.
Tony being so awful at this ladder, maybe his like greatest advantage, because people, maybe they'll think for a second, oh, Tony's off building that stupid ladder again.
Yeah.
But then he's off getting an idol. But, I could talk forever about Tony, because there's so many scenarios, and that's the thing that's fun about this merge, is that you have a lot of people where you look at it, I don't think there's a consensus merge boot. I mean, ironically, it could be Tony, because I think a lot of people probably view him as expendable, but I do think that there's a lot of ways things could go. I think Michelle probably has the closest thing to a winner's edit out of the people who are left, but I don't think that there's one person who I look at and I say for sure, oh, that person's going to win this game. I think there's a lot of things that can still happen.
Yeah, the person I thought was going to win the game got voted out tonight, so here we are.
And the fact that Yule also kind of had a little bit of a winner's edit, that suggests to me that they're probably trying to trick us, and this whole Michelle, I'm proving people wrong thing probably means that she's going to be voted out within a few episodes.
Probably.
But I'm so excited for the merge. We'll have all sorts of Survivor content coming up.
Yep.
Do some stuff tomorrow. Rankings are going to be a little bit different now that the merge is here. Maybe there will be something about who could return from Edge of Extinction.
Yule.
Maybe it is Yule. Maybe it's other people. Got to break it down.
Probably Tyson.
But it may be Yule. All right. Let us know what you think is going to happen at the merge on Survivor Winners at War in the comments. And if you guys do like this video, remember, give us a like, subscribe, and you can support us further by checking the link in the description to the store. And we'll see you here next time.